Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you happen to be. Welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness, right across New York. The scene is set back in the warded section of Central Park, back in the steps of the green. Several of the Cubs have already gone ahead and done a little bit of Christmas shopping, and after carrying back home all of their shopping, the shopping bags, some wrapping paper as well, and stuffing it quite discreetly into the various corners of the sept, both the Cub cabin, any of the Stargazer tree houses, or what have you, it being castle, it being hole in the ground, all wonderful little presents, just waiting to be put right under the grand puppy tree. But we go ahead and center our scene in front of the log cabins proper. In fact, in front of Olaf's cabin, where we see, well, a few of these characters at least. That being Talia, Talia, thank you, Carolyn, Lucas, and whoever happens to go ahead and fall upon the scene.
Um, Olaf is on his own porch, curled up, staring outward. This unfortunately meets the cubs across his view. Instead of doing anything right off the bat, he just watches them, and given his typical lupine facial expression, it's awkward.
The intense Philodox Lupus stare.
Maeve probably separated from the group at least briefly to go by the new glassworks and fiddle around, and so she will, shortly after the others, come along with a couple of pieces of glass in her left hand, kind of wrapped up in some paper to keep them from breaking, and with her right hand wrapped up all by itself because she's special.
Ouch.
Yeah, that doesn't look very... What did you manage to do to yourself?
She'll pop inside and set the various glass pieces on the counter, and upon being confronted, kind of make with a sheepish grin. New tools. Gotta make your sacrifice to the crafting gods, you know?
I'd bet that one.
Yeah, that happens to all of us sometimes.
Mm-hmm. You know, if someone doesn't bleed, they never come out right. Kind of shakes her hand a little bit. Stings like a bitch, though. Ugh.
Blood, sweat, tears. He goes ahead and looks at the wrappings, goes ahead and shakes his head. Wish I could.
Very inexpert.
Yeah, wish I was an expert.
She shrugs. And, actually, she'll kind of glance around and see if there's any sort of medicine cabinet and see if there is any vitamin E pills, like the little liquid gel pills.
Oh, there is a medicine
Or if he has...
cabinet.
Or if he has an aloe plant, either way.
Oh, there's definitely a medicine cabinet. There's definitely a first aid pack there. Some Tylenol, pain medication, pain relief, all that wonderful good stuff, and a bottle of, well, aloe vera for cuts, abrasions, and burns.
Aha! Close enough. So she'll go about unwrapping her hand, and she has done quite a good job of liberally burning the crap out of herself and awkwardly try to left-handed apply this stuff to her burns.
Lucas looks at Talia, who is not doing a dang thing, walks over, just lay it down here. I gotcha.
And she'll nod and bring the stuff over. And yeah, she's done a magnificent job. There are definitely like immediate blisters and stuff. She didn't do it halfway.
Jesus Christ, that looks bad. Like, do you know what you're doing with that, Lucas? Because that doesn't look very nice.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing with this, and he goes ahead and pops a glop of the aloe vera, looks at Maeve, sorry, it stings, goes ahead and applies the cream, and yes, it does indeed sting quite a lot.
Please just tell me that there is not alcohol in the aloe vera stuff that they're using, because some of them will put that in there to sanitize, and that would hurt furiously.
Nope. The
Oh, thank
alcohol
God.
in the antiseptic is an entirely different aseptic bottle.
Oh, thank God. Then yes, she'll wince a bit. It stings, but it's also cooling, so it'll feel fairly good once the initial pain subsides.
Alright, I give you about 12 hours before this stuff goes away.
Yeah?
Gyro, physiology, heal anything.
You know, you say that, but that last time I got burned, it didn't fix overnight.
Well, he looks at it. Okay, your arm isn't as strong. I mean, he looks at you. You're strength 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes ahead and looks at you. Okay, you're not the strongest woman I've ever seen. I think Talia actually has that covered. But you get the same kind of healing factor that we all do. Better than Wolverine.
I don't know, in the movies he healed, like, super fast.
Movie magic. Really, Wolverine, in between the scenes is just a dead fucking wreck. After applying the aloe vera, he goes ahead and rewraps the wound quite a bit. Make sure that ties it snugly. There you go.
And she'll nod her thanks. Well, I mean, I got 3 of them done, so that's something.
Right. You two did say that you were going to go ahead and work on some more imitations for the tree. How'd that work out?
Yeah, so I have, and she brings a little sack over. I have a whole sack of them. You guys can look through them at some point. I spoke to Katori Raya. He told me lots of things, so many things, about all the tribes, and decided to include some other things too. So maybe you should just check them over for me. But I think they're all right. They're nothing special.
Okay, bring him over to the table, and he's like gonna clear off the kitchen table of all the aloe vera stuff and the first aid stuff.
And Maeve will go and retrieve her 3 little discs of glass and bring them back over.
Okay, looks at him.
And I am trying to find a better example, but for the moment, let me link you this. It's not all one cohesive piece. They're all separate little things, but she does have the crescent, half, and gibbous moon done.
He goes ahead and gives it an appraising look. These don't look too bad. I like how the crescent came out.
She nods. I'm kind of surprised I did as well as I did, because it was the first one that got me, but...
Looking
Yeah.
at your hand, well, worth it, I guess.
She nods.
Okay, these
It's
look
gonna
good.
be
These look fantastic. These will go on the tree great. Anything else?
And she just kind of shrugs. The one burned me pretty well, so I ruined it, and then the last one just didn't come out, so I'll give it another go tomorrow, maybe after my hand's healed up.
Yeah, do me a favor. Flex your fingers for me a little bit.
She kind of gives him the do I have to look, but we'll go ahead and gently kind of slowly flex and loosen her fingers.
Your fingers move like pretty well. You find most of the burning pain coming from your wrist, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
Looking over at Talia.
Talia will show you a collection of wooden ornaments that she's carved. Some of them are actually pretty impressive. Some of them less so. The ones for actually Fenris and Pegasus are really quite well carved out, but some of the others less so, all of varying degrees.
Oh, yes, yes, I know exactly what we're going to do with these two, he says, looking at Fenrir and Pegasus. We're going to put them right next to each other. That's not going to be awkward or anything.
Yeah, let's not start fights. Let's not do it.
Okay, well, maybe we can ask Olaf about that one. I mean, I think the last time I heard about his family was sort of a mixed group.
Yeah, you could yell and call him over. I mean, he can't possibly be mad about this one. It looks really good. Like, there's a lot of extra detail in this one.
Okay, looks
And she'll
over the
flip
rest
it
of
over a
them.
couple times.
Yeah, Olaf's still on his porch.
And just to initiate something, Maeve will go, "Hey, Olaf!"
What?
Come here!
Oh boy. Alright, I'm coming. Open the door. Because he's not getting out of lupus for none. So he goes over there. He just kind of trots over. He might have fallen asleep at some point after they entered their own cabin. And now he is wakeful. A little bleary-eyed, but wakeful. So he comes in, looks around. Alright, who did what?
We didn't do anything bad.
Nope.
And he contemplates Talia for a few moments, but really the majority of his scan is on Sweet Mabe. So let me tell you, did you do something bad? Did you?
No. By her approximation?
Okay. And then,
I mean, she might look a little guilty because she's got the hand tucked behind her or off to the side, so he won't, like, take attention to the bandages, but,
if 4 successes versus guilt, he just kind of looks at her.
well, it wasn't bad.
So,
Fucked up a little bit, but...
you let the wolf sniff guilt. Really? That's a very interesting thought. Mabe, anything you want to tell me?
She'll just pick up the bandaged hand and put it up where he can see it.
How do you do that?
Fucked up while I was working on some glass.
She decided to play with fire.
I did. I played with fire, and it played back.
Were you on
Fire
Sept?
plays keeps.
Of course. Didn't you hear Kachina got me a Glassworks?
He contemplates this for a few moments. And this Glassworks was on the Sept grounds?
I'm assuming out of character that it's probably over near to the Forge, which is also on Sept grounds. So
That's not unreasonable, frankly.
I'm assuming it's in the same general building or in an extension of the building or something like that.
We'll go with that. So by
on Sept
extension,
grounds.
that means that she's just telling them the truth.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take that with a bag of chips. So he still stares at her. It's always unnerving when he's concentrating, especially in this form and staring.
Since he's staring, she's just gonna grab the little Fenris ornament and loft it up between their gazes.
Yeah, you got his attention. He's appraising it. Huh.
And she'll scooch it over towards the edge of the table so we can see it a little better.
Hey, that's pretty good. It's a nice rendering of. I imagine is immediately recognizable as not just any wolf, but Daddy Fenrir himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably got a lot more like mane and bristly stuff to it than your classic depiction of a wolf.
Olaf pops his forelegs up onto the table so he can look at everything up there, because now he's quite curious.
So what is on the table is a collection of the 13 main tribes. So most of them are of varying or like different totems for all of them. They're totem symbols, which are mostly animals, but of course we have Grandfather Thunder, who just is a thundercloud with some lightning. Then also there is 3 slightly to one side, which are a lion and a turtle and things, and then there is how many other ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 random other animals that seem to be collected on the table as well.
Okay, let's look here. Looking around. Good job on Pegasus, too. And he, like, stares at Lucas. You're not going to put Pegasus and Fenris right next to each other, are you?
Big smile. I would not be in charge of decorating the tree.
Because that would be insane.
Yes, that would be like having a Thanksgiving dinner with Furies and Git together.
Yeah, it would be like my family. Do you realize that there's a reason we can't have silverware at those meals?
Yes. It
Indeed.
involves stabbing.
A lot of stabbing. They even did it with spoons.
I was going to say, not even spoons?
Especially not spoons.
It's too easy to gouge something out.
Carl's eye never grew back.
Wince!
They sound like some very interesting family get-togethers.
Oh, yeah, you betcha. Cooking's good, though. Anyhow, okay, looking around, Lion. I don't know if he'd recognize who Lion repped in the distant past at Garador, too.
I know Maeve doesn't know either of those 3. Actually, she'll know the turtle. That's it.
What are these 3 over here?
Katori Raya was in teaching mode when I went to speak to him, and he decided to continue and tell me, first of all, about the turtle, because I think I showed some interest in, his tribe with Tanner and the brothers, and I asked, so he decided if he was telling me about his little brother Turtle that I should know about the others as well. Apparently they're lost tribes. He seemed to wince when I said we were careless to lose them.
Well, I'm gonna let that one slide because, frankly, you don't know. But when we lose tribes, it's like a wound in the nation's side. You don't salt a wound.
Sorry. I didn't mean that. I mean, sorry, I was just trying to make it a bit lighter. He did explain, and they did seem pretty tragic, to be honest.
Indeed. Very dark parts of history. I don't necessarily disagree with hanging these ornaments. All of these have shown service as honorable totems in the past if they were part of lost tribes. But I would be especially careful. You could cause some sort of offense depending on interpretations. If anything, Katori Raya is more wise than I. I would consult him.
I will do.
All right.
Better idea, question mark, to go ahead and hang up ornaments of tribes that are represented within the sept?
Indeed.
Oh,
So
Just
what kind
make
of
sure you
hang
get the spacings right. You don't want to hang Pegasus next to Fenris or Wendigo next to Fenris. In fact, make a whole another tree for Wendigo. The last time a tree involved anything of Wendigos and anything of Fenris's, somebody died. And I say that not lightly. I'm literally afraid that someone else will die if you do that.
They're just ornaments. We'll just hang one at the top and one at the bottom.
Their thoughts are not our thoughts. Their food is not our food. I don't know.
Would it not be a better idea to give all the tribal totem decorations equal standing within one tree? Because if we try excluding them, well, that one spirit
Oh,
may take offense to it, or it might
Noddle,
be,
noddle.
no.
oh, Christ.
It's
And
just
he's like looking like he's really kind of chewing this over now. Like this is out of it. It's very obvious that this is out of his job.
It
Like
seems
resume.
wisest to put them all on the same tree, and perhaps if we choose a big enough one, all pretty much on the same level, so that there's no chance to take offense. I don't know about those three, and what are these ones over here?
Huh?
And she'll point to the extras that, as far as she knows, don't correlate to any tribes.
Okay, okay. I am Half Moon, lawgiver. I am not a Theurge. You are now using representations of great totemic spirits, which is nothing to screw around with. Consult the Theurge.
Okay. I mean, if Katori knows what you were doing, right? I mean, she'll look over to Talia.
Well, he mentioned those. I have to admit they were maybe more in passing. Maybe that was just more information and wasn't expected to be on the tree. I'll check in with him, but I figured if he was telling me about them that I should do them, so it did seem like a lot to do, but
If nothing else, we'll hang them all in the cabin or something, make a string of them after Christmas is over. And we will keep them all at equal level.
uh, the
You are
one
right. I am not in this to cause any one tribe or the other offense, but like, you've actually caught his attention now. This is a problem, and the Olaf thinking face is engaged. Okay,
it was just a fun idea. It didn't have to be, you know.
I know, but you all have to understand. Even the slightest things have effects beyond our control.
This is
So
why
what are these extra ornaments?
spirits.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, y'all are messing. I'm actually glad you called me over here because y'all are messing around with stuff that you don't fully understand yet.
Then we will have Katori or Kachina or someone with us when we decorate the tree.
My personal suggestion is Katori specifically.
Yeah, that's my preference too, but just in case he isn't around. Better we can just totally, out of character, assume he's there and guides the process.
Yay!
Indeed, indeed. Okay. The right people will be consulted. Nobody's offended, nothing. And frankly, at this stage, I mean, I see no harm here making representations of spirits so long as they're done to equal craftsmanship.
You will maybe notice of all the others are of varying degrees, but they're all acceptable. One of the 9, she doesn't seem to notice, but the coyote one may stand out to you. I don't know.
Maybe it's got
Stand
like
out
a
in a good
giant
way
tail
or a
or
bad
something.
way.
In a bad way.
Okay. Well, all of these look alright. I mean, make the touch-ups you have to, but... Oh. And his nose points towards Coyote. Oh.
What is that, a
Oh.
fox?
What did I do?
It's probably got like a giant bushy tail or something that looks completely out of whack.
That
I-
looks like an anorexic turtle, to be quite honest.
Oh. Yeah, that's a redo. That is a redo. Oh boy. Oh jeez.
Maybe we'll pick it up and turn it around a couple times to try to figure out what it was supposed to be. Poor thing.
Lucas is going to go ahead and snatch it from Maeve's hands, look to Talia. So, were you trying to do a fix-up with the turtle again? Or what is this? Goes ahead and pushes to you, shows you the shame.
Really? I didn't think it was that bad. It's meant to be a coyote. She's looking a bit frustrated at this point because she tried to do something good and it seems to be not going so good.
Okay, take that idea, express it towards Lucas.
So, what do you want me to? How do I change it? Look, I've just tried to do there were so many of these things, so many to do. You fix it next time.
I'm not a craftsman.
You have a smart answer for everything, don't you?
I always have a smart answer for everything. Big stupid smile across his face. Not touching you. Totally not touching you. Following all the rules of the Ragabash.
Quirks a brow.
Right. So, you want me to redo this one?
Indeed.
Points at the Raya.
To be fair, the rest of these are all fairly good, and at least two of them really stand out. Like,
Hmm.
I didn't think you were going to be able to do the feathers on Pegasus' wings. That's pretty awesome.
Thanks.
Indeed.
She's literally gonna try and snatch the other one out of Lucas's hand.
Oh, I'm trying to snatch it, and Lucas is going to go ahead and bring his hand away. Do a quick game of keep away with you.
If you're doing keep away, she is going after you.
Oh, he'll take a step back as you take a step
Maeve is
forward.
going to carefully clear things from between them across the table, because this is about to turn into chaos.
Guessing you take another swipe at it?
Yep.
Take another step back. And bolt into the front door.
Oh, she's going to kick his ass.
God damn it, Lucas! Get back here!
Enough!
Whoop. Stop.
People live here. Alright? Coming into the early evening. These are people I know and people I respect. And you two are making a ruckus over a petty difference. So, here's what we're gonna do. Either you two are gonna settle this with your words or you're gonna settle it with a challenge. But you're gonna settle it now before I have to explain to Mrs. Chang why she had to come out and investigate two cubs interrupting her family dinner.
Looks at Talia.
I'm not doing this with words.
I'm amenable to a challenge.
Sorry?
Maeve will
Okay.
hold out her hand for the ornament in the meantime.
Goes ahead and hands the ornament. Okay. Goes ahead and cracks his neck. Nature of the challenge?
Nature of the challenge? This sounds a lot more
Okay.
formal than what I'm used to.
Time for another fun me explaining things to you time. Here's how
Yay, the
challenges go.
lesson.
One person gives the challenge, the other person defines the terms. In many, many cases, a Philodox has to oversee things. So, who's challenging?
Depends on who has taken offense.
I'm pretty sure that would be me. I'm taking offense to your smart mouth.
Okay. What are the current stakes?
Let's see. Current stakes are making fun of her for making that crafted item.
So we're just doing this for honor's sake.
Do I have to?
Is that what I'm hearing?
No blood, no property, nothing else.
Firm nod.
Okay. Honor's sake it is. Young Lucas, you have been challenged. Time's about you set the nature of the challenge.
Okay. Let's see, nature of the challenge. Let's go ahead and split it up in two parts. One trial that benefits you, another trial that benefits me.
What do you propose?
I propose a trial of strength between us, and I propose a challenge of wits between us. Challenge of strength could come up to combat, fisticuffs, simple fisticuffs, nothing but what Gaia gives us in Hamid. The trial of wits, either riddles or a laughing contest.
A laughing contest? What's one of those when
They
it's a
will likewise look perplexed.
A contest to make the other laugh at their jokes.
I'll go with riddles rather than nonsense jokes.
Grr. Damn it. And the trial of strength?
A strength fisticuff sounds good to me. You sure you're up for that?
Oh. After a few rounds with Uncle Olaf, I'm pretty sure my face can take the beating.
Keep in mind, you two, it's a challenge who ends up deciding. Now, while Lucas over here is being amenable to the other party, that is never something that by law has to happen. I once laid challenge and found myself on the other end of a riddle contest, plain and simple.
So yeah, I challenged you. It's up to you, Lucas, but
Alright, there's a little square outside. We'll do the combat first, get that out of the way, and see if we have the wits about us.
see if you have any wits afterwards, you mean.
Then a challenge it be. Now out there, the two of you.
And Lucas goes ahead and rushes outside towards the back of the cabin, where there's a small little training area. Small little circle of stones. Lucas is going to go ahead and lay his hat on the ground with some of his heavier, wintier gear. He says he's not. Okay, you can look at him. He's got an athletic physique, but not a very built or strong one.
Talia's going to follow him out, slightly bouncing on her toes. She looks a little bit excited about all of this.
Olaf sits like a couple feet from the edge of the circle, and just kind of observes at this point.
Maeve will come on out and sit next to Olaf.
No, sweet Maeve, sweet Maeve, sweet Maeve. Will you go ahead and call the battle to begin and call it to end when you see a winner?
She'll glance at Olaf.
If that's who he wants to do it, I see no problem.
Alright, well, are both of you ready?
As long as you promise not to let it go too soft, yeah.
Okay. Then ready, steady, and fight!
Initiative! Ah, I love my initiative pool. It's so fantastically awesome. This is a 17.
So quick out-of-game question, how in the world do you put the 17 up there?
There is a small little counter box just underneath roll and clear. You check that, and the little box beside it, that's usually black, you can pick your color from there.
Oh, well, hot damn. Noted.
Lucas is going on a 17.
I have 13, sorry.
Alright, let's do this in reverse declare order, meaning that the person with lower initiative declares their action, and the higher one gets to decide what they want to do afterwards. So, what is Talia doing?
She is probably not going to waste any time. She's used to being faster than people, so she is going to try and... Actually, I know what she's going to try and do if I can remember how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Travis showed her a neat little trick. So she wants to try and swipe your feet out from underneath you.
Lucas has seen this before and is already well aware of it.
That's fine. But she thinks it's her newest little trick, so she thinks it'll end it faster, so she's going for that.
Okay. Is it easier to try to dodge this, or is it easier just to go ahead and do a counter sweep? Okay, for the first round of combat, let's just see if we can't go ahead and sidestep this little sweep. So, go ahead and make your sweep.
I cannot remember what I have to roll.
Dex, roll, difficulty of,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's +1 to difficulty. I think it's difficulty 7. I can't remember. Like, I won't say this is golden, but I think it's +1 difficulty.
Might be +2, but
It might be more than that.
Do it.
You could always say 8.
If you're fine with 8, Dan.
That's fine.
Cool. Go ahead and roll it, and I have to counter.
I have 2, I believe.
I have 2 as well. Tide goes to the defender. First round of combat, dear Talia goes ahead and tries to kick the feet out from dear old Lucas, and Lucas is able just to go ahead and sidestep or back away from the kick. Next round, what is Talia's action?
She is going to try and hit you. Just flat out hit you in frustration.
Alright, fantastic. Lucas, for his part, not fearing having to be swiped, is going to go for a hit himself. Okay, that's 4 dice to hit. Ooh, that's a very solid hit. Yay! Okay, fist, that's just straight strength, plus extra sexes, 2, so looking at 4 damage to you.
Cool.
Only 1 point. Took us for 1 point.
Sorry?
Roll your stamina. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I missed. I was looking at something. Right.
It happens all the time. Wonders of
Mhm.
technology.
Wonders of
There you
technology. You soak it like a boss.
Yeah.
Your turn to swing.
So I get 6 again. Roll! Oh, so 1.
Alright, that's still a base hit. Roll your strength.
Yeah.
A soak for 1. Yes!
Yay!
A few blows are traded, but doesn't look like either one of the combatants is willing to go down. Next round, Talia.
That at least seemed to connect and do something a bit more, so she's gonna do the same thing.
Oh, wonderful.
Imagination is not her game.
Nope. Let's see. Let's see. Could try to pin her down and tackle her, but I have a shitty strength score for that one. So, I can't split my dice full to dodge and swing because I don't have a really good dice pool for that. So he's just gonna go ahead and swing as well. 4 dice. Base hit. This is gonna be sad. 1.
Yeah.
It hits. It connects. It does damage. 1's cancel for damage and soak.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I clicked the we will. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a strong, solid hit that you feel in your torso. A quick jab underneath. Now it's your turn.
She's gonna try and respond to that. And throw. So again, only one.
Roll your base strength.
Roll. Sad face. One again. You are all the fine.
I am all the fine. Apparently you go ahead and try to respond. You go ahead and throw the punch wildly towards his face. Let's just go ahead and say, you want to break this beautiful
Yeah.
face. Your knuckle goes ahead and makes contact with the cheek, goes ahead and leaves a slight bruise, but nothing too awfully much.
She wants to knock that smug smile off of his face.
Yes, she does. Next round. What's Dahlia doing?
She's gonna try and get him flat on his back again.
Okay, he's going to try to dodge that, because that is not a winning mood for him. Rolling to dodge.
Jesus
1,
Christ.
2, 3. This is where the dice gods will favor you greatly.
No, only one.
Next round. Again, you try the same frickin' maneuver, trying to kick out Lucas's feet from under him, but he again is too wily for you. What's Talia doing?
She's gonna try and tackle him at this point.
Oh yeah. This is where Lucas also dodges, because he knows that if he gets pinned on the ground, that's the end of the game for him.
Yeah.
That one is difficulty 7 for the tackle.
I'll go ahead and roll the dodge. You go ahead and roll the tackle. How many successes did you get?
3, but that still wasn't good enough.
Lucas is just too wily. You go ahead and try to barrel past him, try to pin him to the ground, but he goes ahead and gives you a final little sidestep. And actually, what he's going to try to do is he's going to try to push you out of the circle. So that is Dex Brawl versus your Dex Brawl. Rolling, only one success.
I got 3, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so you feel Lucas's hands, a pair of hands, go ahead and try to push you out of the circle in the back of your shoulders, but you are stalwart. Yeah, that was his action. Go ahead. What do you do?
If she's gonna spin around and try, and seeing as he's trying to push her out the circle, try and clout him across again.
Do it.
Rolling. Ooh! This is just
All the successes.
4 this time.
Yes.
No 5. If 7 is as well, no 4.
No, yes, it's 4.
Yeah, 4.
Go ahead and roll your damage, my good man.
For what? Okay, yeah. Plus 4 to damage. Sorry, I was getting confused.
Oh, I'm taking everything that you throw at me.
Which is 2.
You forgot to add the other 4 die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't a 7 a success?
It is.
A 7
I'm
is.
thinking other things. I was
So
having
it looks like
3.
4.
3. And the one's hanging out down there being your nemesis, so that's 3 successes.
Okay, describe this really, really solid blow.
As she spins round, she's gonna, like, lash back out of him and probably catches him probably on the bottom of the jaw. Yeah. His head's gonna snap back quite nicely.
Quite nicely. Crack! Ah! He is thrown backwards, and he is actually at wound levels now.
Which level's he at?
Bruised, hurt, the one next down to hurt.
Injured?
Yeah, probably. All right, Lucas looks injured. Yeah, he's gonna lose this fight. He's losing this fight very, very quickly, but not without giving Talia some love taps.
If he looks like he's gotten a proper knock, and at this point it's not just an exchange of taps, it's a good solid hit. Is he hesitating to jump back in at all?
Lucas is not hesitating to jump back in.
Then she'll let it keep going just a little longer.
All right. Lucas goes ahead and swings with 3. Oh, that's a solid hit. Yay! Prepare your soak.
So prepared.
One damage.
Soaked.
Very, very handily soak. What is your response to this?
She's gonna go. Yeah, the hitting has worked better, so yeah, she's gonna go for throw one more punch in there. Probably not towards his head this time, more towards his body area, because she's not trying to kill him or anything. Not trying to hurt him too bad. She wants him to feel the pain, but
Go ahead and swing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So
This
what?
is
Add
gonna
3 dice to
hurt.
your damage.
This is gonna hurt.
Yep.
Yep. What is that? A plus more 3?
I think 4.
That's 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucas goes down. Describe that hit.
So, say she swung around, she was aiming at his body, and it was a pretty solid. Her fist connects with his chest, and it makes a pretty solid thumping noise. And the air's probably knocked quite heartily out of your lungs.
Indeed, it is. You hear a bit of a oh as Lucas goes down in the ring. Goes ahead and brings out one hand and taps on the ground.
Maeve will jump up and call it as soon as he hits the dirt. Oh, okay. I think you've won pretty neatly.
When one party quits, which young Lucas, are you still awake? Lucas,
I'm awake. Hold on. Let me
are you
walk
trying
over
to
here.
continue?
Nope, tapping out.
When one party, and this is where accept and not surrender, quits the contest in such a fashion, indeed, you are required to stop. So, as Philodox overseeing this, I believe we can call a halt to this part of the contest. Talia, you are our winner for round 1.
She's gonna take a few deep, calming breaths, and then take nod at Olaf, and then reach down to Lucas and be like, "You're pretty good at slipping away from the blows when you want to."
Goes ahead and grabs your hand. I presume you go ahead and lift him up.
Yeah, she'll haul him up.
Yeah.
They don't
Would've been
sting
over.
too bad, do they?
Say again?
They don't sting too bad, do they?
You go ahead and look over him. He looks beaten. Kind of bloody. Definitely bruised. Goes in and says, that works.
You'll be recovered in no time, provided you shift.
Oh yeah. The muscles in what's-his-face, Lucas's form, goes ahead and bulk up, extend quite a bit, gets a little bit more hairy. His his undershirt now goes ahead and strains against the muscle mass as he shifts up, taking his time into Galabro. I go ahead and center his head. Okay. Looks down at Talia, or maybe looks forward, because I don't know how tall Talia is. Ritual time. Ooh, Lucas will go ahead and shift back down, sit actually cross-legged on the ground in the circle.
Talia's gonna still taking a few more calming breaths, gonna walk around the circle probably once and then sit down next to him. Right? Your bit now, I guess.
Okay. Let's try something that you might know about. Riddle contest. How we're going to do it, we keep going until one of us has been stumped twice, right?
Okay.
Sounds just.
First roll from me. You should never leave home without me. I can cover you completely, and I dry you of all your woes. What am I? If you would like to roll wits and another knowledge, that is definitely something you can do to try to figure this out.
Yep.
You could be a jerk and do wits enigmas since we get a bonus on enigmas.
I don't think either one of us has enigmas, but yeah, we could do that as well.
I incidentally do, but that's a separate point. But I think at this point, would academics not be slightly more sensible?
Popular culture would be more sensible, but I'll definitely give it to you at that. Nope.
Nope.
He goes ahead and looks at you, expecting an answer.
Nope. Nope. That's not one I've heard before, and seems like I can't puzzle my way out of this one.
All right. I am a towel.
Okay.
Sir Jesters, you?
Right. That required some specialist knowledge.
Hey, the Sphinx went ahead and... Actually, that adventure has not yet... Well, that part of the adventure has happened. Hey, the Sphinx went ahead and accepted that one.
I bow to greater wisdom then, I guess. I guess I don't know too many riddles, but I can go with one I do know. You'll probably get it. What walks on... I can't remember how to say this one. What walks on 4 legs, then 2 legs, then 3 legs, then none?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll Wits Academics to see if that dice bowl doesn't give me something good. Man.
Yep, you know all the things.
Knowing all the things. Alright. Let us see. So, the Malaysian flight that has been missing is suddenly found again flying in the sky. And what happens quite quickly is that the plane goes ahead and crash lands on 2 different bordering states, Thailand and China. So let me ask you this. Where are the bodies buried? Where are the survivors buried?
Right. Okay. What do you want with wits this time?
Whatever skill seems appropriate.
Nope.
Oh, damn it. Try to give it a good guess, anyways. What is Talia currently thinking?
She's going. Well, they're in. So they're landing on a border, but then they're in two places. Are they in, like, no man's land? Is there some kind of border dispute there?
There is currently a border dispute between China and Thailand. China thinks that it gains all the property of Thailand, while Thailand is trying to maintain its independence. And its independence is currently being exploited by various Western organizations, such as the Grand Ole USA.
So, was that the answer?
Goes ahead and shakes his head. Do you want it?
Yeah, I guess so.
How in the world are you going to bury survivors? They're not dead.
Yeah. Clever words. Distraction. Using words to hide other words. Good game.
I'll be willing to go one more round with you. See if you can stump me.
Olaf quirks a brow. Changing the terms midstream, are we?
Looks at you. Well, by all definitions, I have won this part of the challenge. But I want to see
Indeed.
if... Okay.
Now, allow me to draw things to a close before you stumbled yourself into a trap. The Arun wins the contest of combat skill, and the Ragabash wins the contest of words. I can't say they aren't stereotypical results, but there we have it. Now, since there were only two original parts of the contest that were blessed by me, and all of the endeavors within have been fulfilled, I will call this challenge to a close. Honor has been satisfied. The matter you two were arguing over is now closed. If I see it come up again between you two as some squabble or some great trouble, I will be most displeased. Are we understood?
Yes, Raya.
Understood, Raya Olaf Tryggvason.
Oh, then continue with your games. We are outside the bounds of a challenge.
Yay! Goes ahead and claps his hands. Looks at Talia. Come on, try this.
I suppose if it'll give you some amusement, I can stay for a little bit longer. Then I should go. One more round.
It's your go.
Damn it, no, I have to actually think of a riddle. Why is it when you have something on the tip of your tongue, it then disappears?
Because your tongue is very slippery.
Olaf stares.
Judging, Wolf is judging.
I can remember bits, but not the whole of any single one right now. Here we go.
Permission to Google a riddle.
Yep, that is what I am doing. Literally
Granted.
right now. Ah, okay. Oh, try to remember one. Okay, so, right, finally, I'm sorry, brain. Lucas, here you go then. Voiceless it cries, wingless it flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters. What am I?
Wind. Did I get it right?
Yeah. I had a different one, but that was the one I knew I could find quickly.
Okay, now that it's all done with, done the shopping, done the challenge. All right. I can make up a quick dinner if everybody is starving.
I'm good at
You
the
missed out
moment.
on
I
the
was
pizza.
actually sleeping off my dinner.
We had pizza at the food court.
Oh, right.
Food what?
Damn it.
He is zeroed in on Talion now. I'm sorry, food what?
Food court?
Food court. Where was this food court?
Where the shopping was?
Where was the shopping?
Where she looks to Dave, Lucas, where did we go?
Herald Square Shopping Mall.
Oh, interesting. Now tell me, just save me the trouble of Googling it. Whence is this Herald Shopping Mall? Whereabouts?
South of here, I think.
Yeah, a few
South
blocks
of
south
here.
of the park.
Yeah.
Oh! How interesting.
We
Remind
followed
me,
the
young
rules.
Lucas.
We had someone to hold our hand.
Talia, in your case, I actually believe you. Lucas,
hmm
I seem to remember you being under the strictures of a certain den father.
I do. I remember that we were giving leeway so long as we were well within the protection of one of the Glias, or of higher ranking.
You realize I talk to Katoria on a consistent basis, yes?
Ah, then you will have to go ahead and clear that misunderstanding with me.
I'm gonna put it this way. If his ruling still stood that you were to leave this sept under no circumstances other than what he cleared, and you did it anyway, we're gonna have a problem.
All right. Thought I was cleared about that one, but if that is not the
And you
case,
know what? If that's the case, and that's what he tells me, and you were with a Clieth at least, then we got no problems, now do we? Just
then
know that's something that I will check with. He is my alpha. I can merely think to him. And Olaf actually doesn't look very much like he's outright upset, but it's much like Lucas might have experienced with other adults during his childhood, where they're told something they know they can verify, and for whatever reason they're letting you know, maybe in the hopes that you're just going to totally spill the beans if you were up to something, maybe just to let you know that yes, they are fully capable of verifying what you're telling them. But that's about the sense you get from Olaf right now.
he goes ahead and waves his hands. I do dear apologize. I sincerely thought that Raya Exir Wazir was well understood about all the strictures of handling the cubs, including myself and Maeve.
Wazir Raya is a good man. As I said, I'll simply check in with the Den Father, see what's going on so that we don't have to have this conversation again.
Sounds good.
And he just gives kind of a lupine nod and heads back to the porch of his cabin to curl up.
Okay then. Looks to Maeve. I'm totally not in trouble.
I have to let you know, Maeve's player is currently away from the keyboard.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Looks to Delia. I don't think I'm in trouble.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drop you in it. I thought we had it all sorted.
I thought I did as well? Question mark? I mean,
Oh,
I
well, we
wasn't
didn't actually do anything bad, so
being deceptive or duplicitous at all.
um, we don't have to tell them about the others, like, you know.
Oh, only if they ask about it.
Okay.
Although with that one, judging back over to Olaf's cabin, he has a
Olaf's,
way of... Say
Olaf's
what?
asleep again.
Yep.
Fear not, Olaf fell back asleep the second he curled up.
That one over there has a way of making you spill your guts. He senses the guilt and wants to get to the root of the matter. If you just keep your mouth shut, don't tell anybody you did nothing, and don't show anybody any evidence that you ever left, you're pretty good.
And so if this, I just assumed there'd be no problem, and all we had to do was not mention the, scatter activities. But maybe we should just keep the whole thing on the down low then, if it's going to cause problems.
Yeah. Goes ahead and shakes his head. I can't wait to be an adult.
I thought I'd already done that once. Didn't think I'd have to do it again.
Oh, usually a first change occurs when you're much, much, much younger, like more into your adolescence and late teenage years. So becoming an adult right then makes a lot more sense than becoming an adult right now. How old are you?
21?
Same here. Mm. What do you like to do when you're like off work?
Not me. Normally, well, when the weather's good and it's not rubbish and rainy or whatever, or like to be outside, I'm pretty good at climbing. But I always spent my summers working outdoors, like on camps or things like that. Um, like forestry land or things. Or I've been a climbing instructor a couple of times, so you should just go off by myself and find the biggest cliff.
Okay. So you like climbing, you like running track and rock climbing expert. Gotcha. And you also like to spend your summers off at camp, right?
Well, camp paid, and it meant I could be where the exciting things were.
What do you find exciting?
Yes.
Say again?
I said, what? I said, what's dangerous? Like challenging, like seeing what I can do. Say, climb, I'll go off. I don't mean like climbing with like pansy ropes, although I do that some of the time when I'm teaching, but there's a cliff face. It looks interesting. Can I get to the top?
Oh, okay. So you're one of those people who like extreme rock climbing, just rocking on a sheer face cliff without safety harnesses.
Sure. Like, I guess maybe it wouldn't make sense to you, but like the burn in your muscles, it feels really satisfying when you get to the top. You have to puzzle through. I may not be clever with books or whatever, but puzzling through and working out how to get up a rock face, it's pretty satisfying at the end.
Okay,
Plus, the
okay.
risk of falling always makes it exciting.
Oh, I have that same kind of energy, but it mostly comes to urban explorations. I mean, Olaf has at least 2 stories of me dragging people out to the Brooklyn Bridge.
Have you ever been up it?
Yes, I have.
Wow, I'd really like to do that. The view must be amazing.
It is definitely amazing. I mean, he goes ahead and scooches more towards you, gets side by side, and extends his hand out as far as the eye can see. You see, like, 3 distinct things. One, you see the river all out in front of you and all the activity out in front of you. Little tiny boats that go scooching. You see the ripple effects from just back them as the engines go. And like to your right, you see the entire freaking cityscape dwarfing you and the bridge. And the other side, you just see like huge tracts of lands, those potmarked with all the different suburbs as well. It's amazing.
That does sound pretty spectacular. I have to admit, normally not a city dweller. My sister normally drags me back most winters and finds me some kind of crappy job in a diner, but I guess that might even make the city look beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Besides trying to climb really high, well, I said urban exploration was the thing I did, so have you ever been deep underground?
I've done a bit of caving. Met a guy once at camp and he was really into it. It wasn't really my thing, but you know.
Okay, what
I'm
type of
guessing you don't mean caves.
gets ahead and shakes his head. No. I'm talking about the underground of the city, man.
What would you want under the city? So, surely that's sewers.
Uh, there's a lot of things underneath the city, more than sewers. There's the subway tunnels. There are the utility sheds, different maintenance works, entire offices, living spaces. Hell, I one time found a World War II bunker down under there.
That'd be pretty epic.
Hmm? You know what we should do sometime?
I'm afraid to ask, but also intrigued.
We should do two things. So we should do both of these things. Um, I gotta go ahead and introduce you to the Brooklyn Bridge, the top of it, and I gotta go ahead and show you some awesome things I found in the underground. How about that?
Sure, if you're willing to be my guide, I'd be happy to.
Sure. Do we have a
But
Maeve? There's an OOC question.
Blink,
Does
blink.
anyone know if she's back?
What? Yes, I just came back. Sorry.
Maeve, what do you think about all these kooky wacky adventures that we are planning?
What? Don't pick on me. I haven't been at the screen. I just got back.
You definitely want to climb to the high places and go to and like explore the tunnels in the low places, definitely, don't you?
She'll quirk her brow, thoughtfully, glance at Lucas to check mischief levels.
Mischief levels at about a 5 right now, but you can see where the potential for a 7 and 8 can go.
Yeah, that's what I'm sensing. Are they saying all this? Is Olaf still here? What's going on? I don't know what's happening.
On his tour.
Olaf is on his porch asleep.
Sounds like it could be fun.
When we have more freedom of movement.
Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
a better idea.
Since you two have already gone ahead and gotten yourself fed, I guess I'm catch as catch can for dinner.
Blink? No, that's right. We did have some pizza.
Yeah. You know we had a fantastic pizza in the cabin, right?
It was a slice of pizza. Everyone else wanted to go to the food court. I didn't want to not eat anything. It smelled
Eh,
good.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying, Batman gave us a lot of pizza. I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of it. Stands
And
up.
you seem to think that one pizza's enough. Stands up. Or one slice of pizza's enough, I should say.
Oh. Goes ahead and lowers his voice. Oh. Because he doesn't want to raise it again and attract the attention of the wolf. He's gonna go ahead and.
Maybe
Mhm.
if you guys are gonna grab food, I'm alright. I'm gonna have a bit of a walk and I'll see you guys later.
Nod, nod.
Get some fresh air.
Go ahead and enjoy your run. Watch out for cops.
Yep.
With that, Lucas is gonna go ahead and hop back into the cub cabin, presumably with Maeve in tow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's a wonderful place to go ahead and end our scene.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. We go ahead and bring an into this scene where we've all had a wonderful learning experience. Good night, everybody.